Welcome to Channel Today in History. In today's video we will talk about the day, August 7, 1942, American landing at Guadalcanal. The Battle of Guadalcanal, one of the Solomon Islands in the Pacific, is one of the most important episodes of the Second World War. In the first American offensive of the Pacific War, 1937 to 1945, on August 7, 1942, the Allied Navy and 16,000 U.S. soldiers took the island of Guadalcanal, then occupied by Japan. The code name for the operation was Watchtower. At the same Florida, Tulagi, Gavutu and Tanambogo were also invaded. The Japanese were building an airport on Guadalcanal, from which they could send planes and intercept the sea routes between the United States and Australia. Americans, Australians and New Zealanders decided to attack and take over the airport before it was finished. Thanks to the surprise factor, they managed it almost without opposition, finished the works and named it Henderson Field. But upon receiving news of the American landing on Guadalcanal, Vice Admiral Genichi Mikawa, commander of the 8th Fleet, assembled a powerful armada, with the intention of preventing the invading forces from consolidating their positions on the island. Surprised by the rapidity of the Japanese reaction, the Allies suffered the second biggest naval defeat of the war, the first being Pearl Harbor, when they lost 4 heavy cruisers in the Battle of the Island of Savo, and had their supply routes to the island interrupted, although they managed to conserve the airport, which, in the long run, would end up being decisive for his victory. Mikawa arranged his boats so that they would sail in line between Savo and Guadalcanal, with the Explorer planes of the aircraft carriers in the air, from 2313. American destroyers guarded the region, but they saw neither the planes nor the Japanese boats, so when they began torpedoing and bombing the Allied fleet, the Americans barely had time to respond adequately. About 30,000 people died in Guadalcanal. The Japanese failed attempt to recover the airport ended up costing him about 24,000 dead. The remaining 6,000 were Allied soldiers. Not all have fallen from war wounds. Many have died from malaria and other tropical diseases. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.